everybody. Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for a fragrance review today. Today we're going to take it back to 1967 with the classic Italian men's sheeper / citrus aromatic fragrance by the house of Roberto Capucci. It is none other than Capucci pour Homme. So as always, what I'm going to do, we're going to break down the presentation. We're going to look at the fragrance's notes. I'm going to talk about its performance on my skin. Then I'm going to give my overall thoughts and then my overall rating. Okay guys, let's take a look at the presentation for Capucci pour Homme. So we'll take a look at the box here. It's got a nice looking wood grain finish to it. It is a pretty thin cardboard box. It says original Capucci pour Homme eau de toilette. It is a 100 ml bottle, so 3.4 ounces. Got the black outline all the way around there. That wood grain finish kind of reminds me of an Aramis bottle, personally, Aramis box, excuse me. And on the top there, you got the RC logo, Capucci pour Homme. The sides, you got nothing. On the back, it's the same exact thing. And on the bottom, you have your brand information and your barcode. So we'll take a look at the bottle. Pretty nice looking bottle. It's cool because it's like a triangle here. On the bottom, you got some embossed lettering there. It says Capucci Parfums, Capucci, then your sticker, and nothing here. Completely transparent bottle, but you will see an embossed Capucci right there in the glass. It's in there too. You can pick it up by the cap. The cap is kind of cheap. It's plastic, not really heavy duty, but it will stay on enough to where you can pick it up by that. Got a gold atomizer. This is my scent of the day, so I'll check out the distribution. Pretty good. Could be a little bit better, but at the same time, it is sprays enough. You just got to make sure to press down on it too. So not a bad looking presentation. Okay, the notes for Capucci pour Homme. On the top, you have bergamot, Amalfi lemon, lime, basil, and anise. And in the mid, you have lavender, cyclamen, fruity notes, jasmine, and West Indian bay. And in the base, you have musk, patchouli, oak moss, amber, incense, tobacco, and leather. Okay, so the performance for Capucci pour Homme, it's not awful, but it's not great. I would say decent at best. What I get is around 5 hours. And again, it's really what I think is a fresh citrus aromatic, even though it says sheeper, but I think it's a combination of both. And typically with those on my skin, I don't get beast mode performance, so I get 5 hours. The projection on this one is kind of soft. I get maybe 45 minutes. It's kind of a soft projection fragrance. And then, you know, with the rest of the life cycle of the fragrance, it's going to last on me, like I said, about another, 4.5 hours, 5 hours. It'll probably be a personal space scent. It's going to be maybe about a foot distance where you're going to have a scent bubble. Then towards the tail end, you're going to have, more of a skin scent, just above the skin scent. But you can apply it heavy. It's not that expensive, so you can kind of go crazy with the sprayer. I put it on the clothes too, and that'll push the projection and performance a little bit better. But it's overall pretty decent. Okay, guys, so my thoughts on Capucci pour Homme. This is it's an awesome scent. It's a really fresh, kind of citrus zest scent. And what I like about it is it fuses the classic Italian citrus notes with some like green, mossy, and spice. So what this fragrance reminds me of are two scents that came to mind the instant I smelled it. It was Acqua Di Parma Colonia, and then, of course, the classic Aramis. So I think this one falls right in the center between the two. It's not as smooth citrus musk like Acqua Di Parma is. Obviously, this is a much higher end fragrance, but it's not nearly as heavy with the spice and the leather as Aramis is. So this one falls right in between. You got the citrus, you got the zest in the beginning, and then it kind of has a little bit of spice and a little bit of that mossy greenness that comes together, which I really like. It's definitely a fresh, masculine scent. It's going to be one that will make you stand out. Not anyone's going to be wearing this. It's going to be different. So if you're a younger guy and you want to wear something more classy, more mature than the average person in the summertime, this would be a good scent to grab. And it's not going to offend anyone either. It's not going to be overbearing. It's not going to be too strong. Like if you spray too much Aramis on, people are going to notice it. Things that can help push the performance, they do make a deodorant spray. And this is exactly how I fell in love with this scent and realized I really liked it too, because I had bought on eBay a smaller, cheap, not $20 vintage bottle, and I bought it twice, 2 different times, and it both came sour too. So you got to make sure you look to find one that is in, and ask the seller too. I've had some subscribers reach out and help me with that, so I really appreciate it, Ben, you especially. And this one, came in, it's in perfect condition. The smell is great. I think this is great for any guy, really. I think 30s and up will appreciate it, but this is just a nice masculine scent. It's going to put you apart. It got compliments. My girlfriend really likes it, and you can kind of go spray heavy on it too, which I always think is fun to do with the scent too. And again, it's not going to be overbearing, but if you want a little bit more performance from it, you're going to have to do that too. The notes, the most dominant notes are going to be those citrus in the beginning, the bergamot, the Amalfi lemon, the lime, and I get the anise and the basil mix as well too. Patchouli and oak moss and the dry down. I don't really get the leather and I don't really get the tobacco. To me, that's more of an Aramis thing. And the musk, it reminds me a little bit more of the Acqua Di Parma along with the citrus too. But again, I think it falls right in the middle between the both of them. And I really like it. It's a nice daily scent. You can wear it to work. I think I mentioned that too. So this is a really awesome, and it's just a classic Italian masculine scent that you can wear in the spring and the summertime too. And I love to find ones like that because my collection is majority cold weather scents. So. Okay, guys, the overall rating for Capucci pour Homme. Let's take a look at the presentation. I'm going to give the presentation a 6.5 out of 10. You know what I would have loved to see is a logo on the bottle. Like, come on, put something there, not just that. I mean, it's still a nice, classy-looking bottle, but I think to have a little bit of a logo is just always important. I've always been a sucker for that type of thing, too. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 for presentation. The performance is again, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Like I said, I'm getting 5.5 hours, so I'm going to give it like 5.5 out of 10. And the scent, although not groundbreaking, immediately reminded me of 2 scents I already had. So it's slightly redundant, but it also smells really good. And it does things to stand out and make itself known. And I really appreciate that. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's going to be an overall score of like a 6.6, but I'm going to round up and give this one a solid 7 out of 10. You can't go wrong with this Capucci pour Homme. It's a classic Italian men's masculine summer fragrance. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here, please make sure to subscribe, share the videos, like the videos. Let me know what you think of the review. Let me know what you think of the fragrance. And I will see you all next time. Take care.